Okay, this video is to demonstrate making a collage colour wheel. See, you can start off, if you want to have a template to work on, by just drawing a circle and then intersecting it with 3 lines. So you end up with 6 wedges. One of those will be for red, one of them will be for orange, one of them will be for yellow, one of them for green, one of them for blue, and one of them for purple. This is obviously the basic colour wheel. If we're going to be doing tertiary colours, then you would have in here the blue-green, okay, the blue-purple, the purple-red, the orange-red, the yellow-orange, the yellow-green. This activity is really just about the basic colour wheel, and being aware of the tertiary colours, you can add them in as details and features in your collage. All collage requires treasure hunting through magazines. So you need a good supply of some coloured pictures that you can tear things out of and cut things out of. So when you find a page that has colours that you like in it, especially if it's got a fair bit of it and you can't just cut the small piece out in an easy way, you tear it and then you just cut the colours that you want. So this is going to go in my blue pile. This here can go in my yellow pile. More here that can go in my blue pile, and so on. Okay, and you continue on in this way, collecting. There's some more blue. Okay, until you have all of the colours that you need. When you have collected your colours, so I'll take the blue piece that I've got first, you can cut out a wedge shape to be the main background colour if you have managed to get a piece that is quite large. And it doesn't have to be super accurate in terms of filling in the space, but you can go, that's pretty good there. And then I could get another little piece here and stick it on like that. Okay, so I have a blue background. And then on top of this blue background, I'll start cutting out other pieces of blue and making a design on top. Now I have actually cut out some of the shapes. So I had that long blue rectangle and I have cut out petal type shapes. I have worked in from the edge of the blue strip and used my cutting skills, turning the paper, stopping, opening the blades and turning it back to get the shape, and to try not to waste. See, I'm really using every little piece of the blue that I can because I don't want to waste any of the colour. So I've got a little pile of blue petal shapes there, and this other little strip that I cut out with the different types of blue. I have cut them using my curving lines. So I cut one curving line, then I cut another curving line across the strip, and it came out as little wiggly lines like this. So I'll do another one, just going along, curving my direction of my scissors to make another curving line. Okay, so to glue things down, I've got my shapes. I've got my background wedges sort of sorted. I've got some curving lines here, and I have some little blue petal shapes. And I had this other shape that I cut out. It was almost like a flower already, and it had sort of certain lines that I could choose to follow to bring out that shape. And I'm going to use that right in the middle here. Now to start sticking things down, it's a good idea to always have some sort of paper behind you on the underneath of where you're gluing, so we don't get sticky stuff all over your workstation. Okay, and with gluing, it's really important that you go right around the outside edge of the shape you're gluing. It's not just a little bit of glue in the middle, it has to go right the way around the outside. Okay, right the way around the outside of your shape. Okay, I'm sticking that down. You might like to actually have a bit of a pile of recycled paper, because what happens is obviously then this bit here starts getting sticky and you're putting stuff down on top of it and then they all start sticking together. I often have other pieces of recycled paper there, and I just put one on top of the other and continue using it as my sticking station. Okay, and then I'm going to put these little wobbly lines in. Okay, so I can just draw along them with the glue stick and stick them in, coming in from the edge. Okay, now I'm going to put some of the little petal shapes down. I'm going to make a pattern with them. Okay, so with your colour wheels, you want to make them look really aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so that means they look well finished and artistic. So this is not just about sticking down the colours, making a picture that is the colour wheel. Okay. Now I'm only doing blue obviously as a sample, but I would have gone through and done the background of the green, the yellow, the orange, the red and the purple, and be then continuing to build up the layers in the same way that I am doing the blue. And then I'll put this down in there. So to make a circle, all you do is you just keep turning the paper in an even way and keep the cutting going fluidly around. Okay, so there's my blue wedge. When you have finished the backgrounds of your colour wheel, it should look something like this. You just have each wedge filled with a colour. The next step is that you have your piles of colour. Then, like I showed you before, you choose colours that have interesting texture or contrast in their tone. They might be lighter or darker or patterned in some way to create an interesting design on top of your wedge. If you find that you don't have enough coloured papers to create your design, you can also use other things that you can find, things like buttons or sequins or found objects, and you can arrange these down on top of your colour wheel as well, and then take a photograph of your design and put that in your book, and that will also be the image that you upload and submit to me. You can do this with whatever you can find. So as long as you are making a colour wheel using colours, lighter and darker tones of the colour, and thinking about creating a design, and it's not just the pure colour. Okay, so it's taking our colour wheels a little bit further and making them more artistic. Okay.